The federal government has confirmed it will introduce legislation to force insurance companies to adopt a standard definition of flood. But closing the loophole will come too late for the hundreds of policyholders who've gone to court seeking a payout from their insurer after January's deluge.
It's almost a year since last summer's floods, but for some the heartache continues.
Legal Aid Queensland is currently assisting 500 families who are challenging insurance refusals.
The issue of people thinking they had flood coverage when they didn't prompted a review of natural disaster insurance. The federal government's adopted several recommendations, including a standard definition of flood.
Flood means the covering of normally dry land by water that has escaped or been released from the normal confines of any lake or any river, creek or other natural watercourse, whether or not altered or modified, or any reservoir, canal or dam.
A standard definition is going to go a long way towards resolving the confusion.
But the legislation may take several years before it's passed.
The good thing about this summer is two things. One, people are far more aware of the risk, which I think is important that they all check their policies now. And secondly, there are far more policies actually offering flood cover in the market.
The government also wants every Australian household to be offered flood insurance with an option to opt out. It's less enthusiastic about a recommendation for the federal government to give discounts for cover in high-risk areas.
And that others should subsidise them. I think there's a lot of Australians who'd say that was a bridge too far.
Well, it means that people who don't wish to pay the high cost of flood insurance will not have the cover.
As the Premier returned home from the Commonwealth Games announcement, she defended plans to reduce Ivanhoe Dam to 75% to mitigate any flooding this summer.
The reduction of dam levels will only make a marginal difference, but for some people it would make the difference between water going into their home or water staying out in the garden.
The garden might get an unexpected watering as a result. The government's decided to lift watering guidelines in the southeast from midnight tomorrow.
Water restrictions being lifted mean you can go for your life.
The free-for-all will last 12 days. James Kelly, ABC News.